Hi everyone, this is Ozzie and this is my first video. I do apologise if I sound quite nasally and chesty. I'm a bit unwell at the moment, but we've got to get on with it as I need to start making videos and I'm just trying to throw myself into it, so let's get into it. So today I want to paint some bread squishies, and with it being Halloween I thought I could paint them as ghosts. As you can see, I have already made one. I did this with my niece. She made her own little ghost too. They're so cute and fun to do, and I need to make more. So let's do that here together. I still have quite a few. I just want to say though that they have a weird texture to them, like they're quite sticky. As you can see, they're all stuck together. And I also wasn't sure how many I was going to paint today, and eventually I did decide on doing 3. Here are the 3 I've chosen, and the first thing we need to do is give them a good sand. If you watch Mariah Elizabeth, you will know how important this is. Do not underestimate this step. I have had these squishies for years and I've tried this once before. Yeah, we don't need to get into that right now though. I'm not going to bore you with you just watching me sand them, so we'll fast forward this part. How disgusting is that? All 3 have been sanded, so we're ready to get the paint. We've got some slick paint, which you can use to fix imperfections. We have all this fabric paint too. I'll start with filling the holes with slick paint first, as it will need to dry. I think this type of squishy would benefit from having a good layer of this all over them first, as they seem to absorb some of the paint. I didn't do this myself, I just put it on the top and tried to smooth it out. That part is now done. I'm just going to grab my paint coat heat gun. I do apologise, my paintbrushes are exactly the same too. Once they're dry enough, we can start painting the first one. I also apologise for my cardboard palette. I had to bin all my palettes, as you've probably guessed, they were covered in paint. Yeah, for this one I went for orange. You might be able to figure out my idea, let me know in the comments if you did. I'll fast forward this, I'm basically just doing a couple of layers with the base coat. That is 2 layers done, that's all we need for this one. I will get started with adding the details next. I mixed up a dark colour and started to paint vertical lines. It might become more clear what it is I'm painting, but it might not. I also felt like I'd really like this one, but I'm not so sure now that I've done it. I think if I could have executed it better, maybe just by even using softer colours. I'm not sure how I feel about it, but it carries on painting those lines all the way around. It did take me a little bit longer using the dotting tool to do it. It's also not very neat, but I do go in and fix those lines later on. Here, I started adding the face. I did clean the lines up like I said. They're still not perfect. I'm not aiming for perfection. I'm just here to have fun when I'm creating. The first one's nearly finished. And did you guess it right? It's a pumpkin. Not that it's really obvious. I'm not sure. Now for number 2, I chose black for this one. You're probably thinking it could be a black cat, Dracula or something along those lines, but no. I'm simply redoing reverse colours of a typical ghost, so we'll have a black base and white details instead. Look at the expression on this one, I love it, so mischievous, it's adorable. I'm just adding a web in the corner to add more detail. It will be a bit plain without it, even with the face being that cute. That wins me over as it is. My phone died, but here it is finished. I do love this one. For number 3, I mixed an off-white unwell looking colour for the base. As for this one, I'm going to make a pirate. I had so much fun with this. There isn't a lot of difference from plain white, but that washed out colour definitely adds some character to this pirate. I'm painting on a little bandana all around the top of the head. I'm not going to lie, my hands kept shaking when doing any details. They do this from time to time, but today it felt more than usual. And it's hard when you can't bring it up close to your face and just get a better look at it. I wanted to add a little blush, but I still wanted them to look unwell and washed out. So I came up with whatever colour that is. And then I started adding the face and his little eye patch. I wanted to add more details just to make sure it's obvious he's a pirate. So I added a little face tattoo, some beads coming off the bandana, and my favourite part, the skull on the patch. I wish I'd have done the bigger squishy as a pirate now, but never mind. You know, like the pumpkin, I did add a leaf to the pumpkin, but thinking about it, I'm not sure they have leaves. Anyway, here they all are finished. Let me know which one is your favourite in the comments. I love them all. Maybe not the pumpkin, I'm not sure, but I think mine is the pirate. Although saying that, I do love the black and white one too. I love his expression, so yeah. And obviously I can't leave the OG out, so here he is. Obviously just wanted to be in the video, so yeah. I hope you've enjoyed the video, and if you've watched it all the way through, thank you so much for watching my very first video. I hope to see you next time. Bye!